Hi there, welcome to Nighttime Line Talks. Today there are multiple facts that caught our attention because the racial situation is not over yet. Is nationwide a dispute due to the death of George Floyd, but that is not the beginning. The police abuse has years of background. What happens is now, thanks to the social media, we have more echo and more feedback. But let's go to analyze everything coming on. Just let me bring under your attention that Democratic Party is taking it like their flag because they want to use this situation against the re-election of Donald Trump. And what happens if Joe Biden becomes president? He could be the most older president in the history of the United States. And not only that, he has a lot of luggage on the personal business of his son on gas companies and many dirty business that people is not clear enough. But what happens, nobody cares on the Democratic Party because Nancy Pelosi found in Joe Biden the perfect muppet to manipulate her intentions. And the idea is Joe Biden is going to be one-term president, 4 years. Why? Because he is going to be the preparer for the presidency of Michelle Obama. Yeah, she is the one who really wants to become president of the United States. And it is why Joe Biden is not reviewing credentials, is not reviewing background. He says already his vice president is going to be a woman, and there are more about it. So what really is happening behind all these polemic situations? You know, in Atlanta, now another African-American gentleman is being killed in the hands of police. And the mayor of Atlanta, Mayor Burhams, she is Democrat. In fact, she is one of the possible candidates for run for the vice president on the formula of Joe Biden. But with this murder, I believe that situations are not possible. Mayor Burhams is out of the play. Unfortunately, she can be very smart. She is very attractive politically and personally. She's a wonderful lady. She's a very tactical political talking, but this situation affects her a lot. And her police chief has to resign. And one police is already detained and the other one is on administrative leave. Then political game is growing and growing, and there are more moves on the Democratic side trying to embrace the human rights of the African Americans. And in Atlanta, people is afraid due the parking lot where police officer, both police officers, one apparently was the one who killed a gentleman and the other one was assisting. Well, there is a Burger King hamburger store there. It was burned last night by protesters, and protesters are using the tagline, "No justice, no peace." And this morning, Mayor Burhams speaks nationwide on the media. All the political shows that carry a political analyst on United States have Mayor Burhams talking about it. She really defends since the beginning the people. And she says that she haven't allowed police officers to use that torture when they detain a person. But 10 days ago, Atlanta police officers stopped a car that was close to the manifestation street. And they used the tasers, the electronic guns, to break the windows and the windshield and attack a group of students of a very well-known and recognized Monroe University. Very serious academic deans teach there. I've been there, and it's one of the best schools of medicine and best schools in many fields is in Atlanta. It's sad. And parents and deans don't remain quiet because these students don't have a polemic background as a troublemakers, and they sued the city of Atlanta. And Mayor Burham's respond to this lawsuit with the police chief, who is a lady that she already resigned to the position of director of as police department, but she is not out of the Mayor Burham's administration on the city of Atlanta. So she should be stay in other position, probably not too polemic, like the being chief of the police department, but is hard. And the story run internationally. Let me show you. International newspapers in other countries run this story about this resignation. Why? Because Atlanta is the international city. Under the tagline, too busy to create trouble or to hate. Atlanta, too busy to hate. And I love this city, and every time that something bad happens, affects me. Because Atlanta embraced me more than 30 years ago. My son born here. He's a PD baby. He born on the Piedmont Hospital. I met here my wife, and we raised our family here, surrounded by the great friends, professionals. I was in the founding team for TNT, Turner Network Television, for Cartoon Network, for CNN Spanish, and I was assisting in multiple projects on Telemundo, CNN Spanish, on many things for Time and CNN Impact. And I assisted several friends, Ted Rubinstein on CNN, senior producer, and everything that comes to my mind makes me feel a little bit sad for these situations happening. And days before CNN celebrate their 40th anniversary, their entrance with the iconic logo, one of the most recognized logos in the world, CNN, was vandalized. So I don't know what to think. I believe that African Americans, as well Hispanics, as well Native Americans, we have rights, and our rights are broken. But it's not a way to destroy others' property, to claim justice, or to affect police departments. They burned several police cars, and you weren't close probably to these people claiming rights. But what they say in jail to police officers, besides what they throw, is not easy. When a person is attacked by police, is because they already crossed the line, the boundaries of peace and order, of law and order, or whatever you want to call. Sometimes they take advantage of the fact they have rights, and We have to understand police officers risk their lives. Police officers are doing a lot to defend and keep the city in peace. They are the first responders for everything, accidents, fires, fights, gunshots. They are the first ones who are there and try to control the situation. Meanwhile, other authorities intervene and take care about it. But no. Nobody thinks that more than 2,000 police officers die in the line of duty in the last 365 days. Nobody likes to read the story that George Floyd was working also as a bouncer on the same bar where the police officer who took his life was working also like a bouncer. And the bar was not a elite bar, no. Was a bar where many people do drug transactions, and the bar name is in Spanish, and the owners are in their investigation because police and detectives needs to review the timeline of everything what happens. That is weird. And everything the police officer did was cruelty with hate, and it has no name. But it wasn't a regular police officer attitude. They have problems between them in the past. And that is reflected on the 8 minutes 46 seconds of video that is being overexposed worldwide. And thanks to that video, everybody is claiming no justice, no peace. And every single police officer is now under the loop. And authorities are going to apply micromanagement. Yesterday in Seattle, they divide the streets. They already took police precincts, and they determine no police zones. What this means? Criminals are coming back to the streets with whole immunity. And this immunity means tolerance and problems. Tolerance and problems that are going to pay and make us pay back very hard in the near future with the proliferation of drugs, the proliferation of crime, and when authorities try to come back on track, will be too late. I am immigrant, and I was investigative reporter who covered stories about the drug dealers and drug cartels in Mexico. And honestly, I don't support the open borders policy of Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden. Why? Because it is going to destroy the future of America. It is going to destroy United States as a nation. Just talk with any Mexican family. Mexico has open borders and free sale of drugs in Mexico that drug cartels promote to have more distributors, more money, more freedom, and they already destroy the country. If you speak with a young teenager or young adult, they don't like to keep going to college. Why? If government give $300 every month for their beers, for their drugs, for doing nothing. And Mexico is condemned to lose many business and lose their peace. There is no country in the world that has more violence like Mexico. 40,000 people killed by machine guns, by drug dealers, by gangs, and is higher than Iraq Iran, Syria, and Afghanistan combined. Do you like to know more? I can give you 10 hours of broadcast, explain you that what is happening in Mexico right now is coming to America. And they don't care. Mexican president hates United States of America. There is an alliance between Cuban, Venezuelan, Mexican president and other presidents along LATAM that they has as a goal destroy the United States of America with the sponsorship of Iran, Russia, China. Do you like that for your family? Do you like that for yourself? Well, the price is too high. And the abolishment of police departments is the wrong thing you can do in America. And affect the armed forces is like to destroy the low normativity of the United States. I love United States because it's a country of justice and peace. Okay, I recognize there is frustration for what happened to some African Americans. But Dr. Martin Luther King broke very clear, and they have the right to protest, and they are doing. As they kill African American, they kill Hispanics, Mexican Americans. Due to the language barrier, they couldn't answer questions from police officers. Or afraid because they don't carry legal documentation, they run. And they kill it. And it happens many times. And Hispanic leaders protest in other way. We don't take the streets. We don't vandalize business. We don't loot. We don't burn stores. We don't proclaim hate against public officials. No. We are doing intensive campaign to vote. That's it. Period. Vote can change everything. And this is one of the wonderful things of America. You can vote for any party you want. But we are going into the wrong direction. And it is going to be too late to awake. Probably not you. You are already frustrated, as I feel. Your kids, the ones that are burning places, the ones are looting and destroying business that could not recover after the pandemic, and they could not bring back jobs to people. This is what we are condemning with this situation. More unemployment, less productivity, and we cannot survive it. We have to work hard in order to help America. United States of America carry problems, yes, but these problems are not big enough. This is a big country that try to maintain law and order, not only in the domestic soil, also outside. Imagine the world in the hands of Hugo Chavez, Saddam Hussein, many enemies of the system. It doesn't work. And we must understand, every day, this country is helping peacefully other countries. And we must understand we have to change, and we have to recognize that work, hard work, education, and democracy with justice are the solution. Not vandalizing business, not vandalizing private property. And for the ones, the kingmakers, paying to these vandals, to these agitators, they are going to see, unfortunately, very late, that they make a mistake. And they know that we know who they are. And they are the betrayers of America, the betrayers of this country, of this flag, of the principles of law and order. Yes, police officers have to bring to justice. I understand that they have to pay for it, but not the whole country, not innocents who already died on the protest, not people who invest their money on business and now it is diminished on the ashes of these protesters. No, America is bigger. America is a country that know how to survive this situation, and they have no name. They are gangs, they are drug dealers, and they are the betrayers of America. And if nobody understands that, is because you don't have young kids that are a potential target of these people. Talk to them. It's not too late to protect their principles, their moral values, and their ethics, because they are the future of this country. They are the ones who are going to proclaim what is America made for. Thank you. Lord bless America, Lord bless your family, and we stay in touch tomorrow.